Hey, welcome to Financial Education for the Nation. My name is Warren Shute, and I'm here to on my own. Paul's away, sunning himself on holiday. So I thought I'd change things up a little bit. I'd do a little bit different today. I always talk to you about ideas and principles out of the book about saving money, running the bank account system, the foundations, that kind of thing, pensions, all that sort of stuff. But today I want to go right back to the beginning and talk about what's most important to me is about the psychology of happiness, the psychology of success. Because at the end of the day, I think that's what's all important, is that we're moving towards something that makes us happy. And as human beings, I think often that we want to find the solution to any problems we've got from the outside world. We want someone to give us a magic pill and say, this will help you lose weight. I want someone to give me a solution, say, do this and you will be financially successful. But the truth of the matter is that we have everything we need within us. We have all the skills and ability, or all the ability within us and our belief systems. We just need to learn some of the strategies and skills to help us achieve our outcomes that we want. Because the reality behind the whole process is we're physical. We're physical human beings run by our emotions. And it's our emotions that create our thought processes. And it's our thought process that get us to ask questions that drive us to our everyday activity, our everyday life. So what questions we ask ourselves makes us either we're feeling good or we're not feeling good, whether they are quality questions or not. And our questions can have a time boundness, if that's the correct terminology, or a duration of them. So they could be immediate questions. Why is this happening to me? This isn't fair. Or they could be more into the future in respect of what would need to happen for me to enjoy this process? How do I want to spend the rest of my life? Where would I like to be this time next year? So we're looking more into the future, more future vision. And if you look at successful businesses or companies, this is generally what they do. If you look at athletes as well, this is what they do. They say, what would need to happen for me to qualify for the next regional tournament? What would need to happen for me to qualify for the Olympics? What would need to happen for the world events, for the championships that I'm aiming towards? Or in a business, what would need to happen for us to innovate and grow into this area? And a lot of technology companies are great at asking questions. If you look at how they're run completely different nowadays. If you look at the Googles and the Apples and the technology side of the business, are run completely different to the traditional manufacturing type companies where people just go in, do a role, and then come out. What they're looking there is create innovation and creativity to stimulate their thoughts and their ideas, because the decisions we make today will shape our future, will shape our tomorrow, our next week, our next month, our next life. So it all comes down to our decisions, which are shaped by our emotions. So it's about asking good questions. Now, if you've never done this, if this is the first time you've ever sort of heard this kind of talk before, it's like a workout for the gym. You go in the gym, you're a bit clunky, you don't know how to move the weights, or you don't know how to step in the class. And then when you finish, you feel a bit sore. And it's no different having a workout for the brain. You don't quite get everything on day one, and you come away thinking, I kind of got it, and it's not quite there. Persist with it, honestly. It's the most powerful part of the book. And at the beginning of the money plan, I spend probably about the first third of the book talking about the compelling vision, the vision of what it is you want to do, because we don't experience reality. We experience our interpretation of reality. And a great example of that is if you go to a party with two friends and you come away from the party and you have a conversation with them. Maybe you really like the party. One of them may have really disliked the party, and the other one was like, well, I don't really get it. It was neither here nor there. And it was the same party. But you have different interpretations of what it is. And you may have seen those sketches, those models, when you look at that picture of that lady's face. Some of you will see a young lady, some of you will see an old lady, and some of you won't necessarily see anything at all. And it's because the way we interpret the information from the outside world creates our internal dialogue, our internal thought, which then subsequently creates our emotions, which affects our actions. So it's really important that we control the information that's coming in so we get a good output on the way out. So what I sort of say to people is, if you don't do this, it's almost like you're a ship in the ocean without a sail or a rudder. You're at the whims of the environment. The tide is taking you one way, although you might want to be going another way. When I do my corporate presentations, I give the analogy of waking up in the morning, going downstairs, drinking your coffee, jumping in your car, going to work, coming home, watching TV. And there's nothing wrong with that if that's exactly what you want. If that's what you want, then that's absolutely fine. But if you want something different, you need to put in there some decision-making process to make you achieve more. Because otherwise you're making Starbucks become the best coffee maker in the world. You're allowing the car manufacturer to be the biggest selling car on the roads. You're helping your boss run the most successful company that he or she can run. And you come home and allow Netflix to take over global entertainment domination. And all those things are fine as long as within that process somewhere you have your outcome, what's important to you. We do this by talking about the compelling vision in the book. And we talk to you about making sure you know, what does it look like? What does the future look like for you? Where do you want to be? What's your outcome? And if you struggle with doing that, just say, well, if you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do? And it's a great question. If you knew you couldn't fail, what is it you would do? And then write that down and try and create some kind of vision. And the reason you may struggle in doing this, some of you, is because you've never done it before. It's going back to the gym. If you go to the gym, you've never done a fitness class or you've never pushed a weight before, it's a bit clunky. You just don't quite get it. It's a learned behavior. It doesn't come natural to everyone. So I just need you to persevere with it. And in the book, it takes you through it. Online on thewarranty.com, there's guides that you can go through and fill all this stuff out as well. And that's your compelling vision. That's your bigger picture. Quite often, not where you are today to where that is quite a big void. So to keep you inspired, to keep you motivated, because it's a journey. Life's it's not a destination, it's a process. We have outcome, goals. And we typically set 10-year, 5 years, which are generally quite visionary. Okay, so they're sort of the global vision, but brought back into more of the present moment. They're not overly specific. And then we have 12 months and 3 years, 36 months. So they're more specific. And the reason I make those specific is 36 months goes like that. Before you know it, it's gone. And I think as we grow up, as we mature in our years, time seems to move faster, doesn't it? And that's a great conversation with a bottle of wine to talk to people. So why does time seem to go faster as we get older? But I think for me, it's all about experiences. We have less new experiences, so life becomes more mundane and more boring, and therefore it just slides through. So that's an important thing about having new experiences. But setting those outcomes, those goals, 12 months and 36 months are really, really important. But who set a New Year's resolution on 31st December, January 1st, to forget it by Valentine's Day? And that's why we have these quarterly check-ins and daily actions to keep you aligned, to move your thought process so you're going towards what it is you want. So in the book, we talk about the compelling vision and the actions and taking decisions to move towards it. I've covered this a number of times. I keep coming back to it because this is the secret sauce. This is the thing that makes difference. This is the thing that will help you have a compelling life, something that's really enjoyable, fulfilling. The practicalities, the system of ensuring that your financial foundations are in place, the strategy of the snowball paying down the debt, the consistent investing in index funds with a globally diversified portfolio, that works. That's just a tick. That works. Just follow that. Over time, you'll get your outcome. But it's really making sure that when you arrive at your compelling vision, you're happy and you've enjoyed the journey. And I think that's one of the most important things. And people sort of say to me about setting goals and how do you do it and what's really important, what's a successful way of doing it. And I would say whatever area you're setting the goal in, so really for this it's about life, you're setting your life goals, write down what's important to you in life. And then write down everything comes into mind. Just continually writing what's important to your life, and just scribble all these things out, whether they're one-liners, one words. Just keep writing. Just continually write and try and get this process going for about 3 minutes at least. But if you take longer, keep going. And when you really can't think of anything else, or when you start repeating yourself, you can then stop and then ask yourself, is there anything else? And if there's not, you can then look back and then start prioritizing. Say, well, actually, I didn't really mean that. That was just the first thing that came off my mind. I didn't really mean that. Actually, I didn't realize that that's so important to me. And then you can't prioritize it. You might have a big, long list. You might have a short list. But try and get the top 5. Go through and say, is this more important to this? Is this more important to this? And keep rearranging them until you've got your top 5 values. That's what they are. It's a value process exercise. What's most important to your life? I'll give you top 5 values in life, and set your goals around those. Because if every day you're waking up and you're taking actions, you're living in harmony with your values, and you're moving more towards your values, and your values over your lifetime will change, then you're going to have a happy life. And if you have a happy life, you have a fulfilled life, and at the end of the day, what else is important? That's all it is. So a different note today, different video to talk to you about. We often talk about the bank account system and kids' pocket money and investing stuff. If there's anything you would like to know, then message me, let me know. Please share this video. Trying to get the message out there to different people, particularly people who've never heard this before. But this is the secret sauce. This is the thing for a compelling life, to make sure that you have enjoyment. Making sure you direct your questions for the long term, having a long-term vision, having a compelling vision, living your day in, day out based on your values and based on happiness. So thank you for listening. Please share this video, follow me on social media, and keep in touch. Thank you.